In this video, I will lay out 5 reasons why you should own a Grom and why they're just super awesome bikes to have, and why anyone who rides should have one in their collection if at all possible, or at least ride one for some period of time, some point in their career.
First things first, as many of y'all know who have been with me for a little bit, I've been having audio issues. As a matter of fact, this is the second time I'm recording this video because I wasn't happy with the audio on the first recording. I went to edit it this morning. It just ain't going to do it. I think I fixed the problem, but if I didn't, I'm still releasing this video because I need to get one out in the morning. But I'm really working on it, guys, and I'm on the verge of going back to a wired mic if I have to get the audio I need, which would upset me because I like the wireless. Anyway, let's get into this. The very first reason that you should get a Grom is they are super easy to ride, and they really help you become a better rider because it's so easy to do the fundamentals and create muscle memory with that. I mean, cornering is easier on these, stopping. You can literally full throttle them everywhere. They don't have enough power for that to be an issue. I hate repurposed cop cars. They always get me for a second. Anyways, yeah, and they really help to become a better rider, and they're easy, really easy to ride. So I mean, you can have a lot more fun without putting yourself in a danger zone of either tickets or injury. I've brought the second reason is they're easy to work on. So I thought that bird was going to nail me. I'm under the firm opinion that anybody who rides should at least understand basic maintenance on their bike. If you don't, I'm not dogging you. This is my opinion, you know what I mean? Some people don't have the time and they have the money where they'd rather just pay somebody else, or they're just not built like that. But if you're mechanically inclined at all, I think you should learn at least the basic maintenance. You know, oil changes, chain adjustments, putting on, you know, minor aftermarket parts such as like fender eliminator kits and clutch and brake levers and grips and all that. It's just stuff that I think people should do. But with the Grom, they're so easy to work on that, like, you can get deeper in it and it's easy. You know, the engine's easy to get to, everything's easy to get to. The fairings come off super easy and quick. I think there's like 6, 10, I want to say 10 or 12 bolts total that hold like literally everything on. And I'm talking about the headlight too. There's 4 that hold the headlight on, and I want to say 4 on each, 3 or 4 on each side that hold the fairings on. So like, it's easy to get to everything, and I haven't dropped the engine because this bike's pretty new. But I'm willing to bet that's easy too. So like, I mean, everything's so much easier, and if you do mess it up, the parts are cheap. So it's easy to fix, you know, cheap to fix. Which brings me to my next point. My next 2 points are financial points with the Grom. The first one being, parts are cheap for this. The engine is cheap. The bike itself is cheap. Like, if you do mess it up, so what? It's cheap to fix. It'll be a learning experience. And if you dump it, parts are cheap, learning experience. You get to learn to work on your bike, you know? Parts are super cheap. Everything's cheap on these, and it's wonderful. It's easy on your pocket. And that's a beautiful thing, especially in this day and age with the way our economy is. The next financial point is the gas mileage on these things. Oh, it's amazing. Like right now I'm pulling 139.4 miles a gallon. Like, I've gotten this thing as high as 170 just pussyfooting around town on it, you know, not really hard accelerating. But if you full throttle everywhere, it can go as low as, I've had as low as like 112 miles per gallon or something, and that was like a lot of pinning it on highways and full throttle everywhere from every stoplight, all that, just ripping and getting. I put gas in it a couple days ago, the first time I tried to record this video. Oh, this is the third time I've tried to record this video. Dude, I am not having a good time with it. These audio issues, man. Don't make me get another wired mic. But I put 0.8 of a gallon in after I'd gone, I want to say 70 miles. And that was with really low... Nice car. That was with really low gas mileage. Like, I think that was when I was down to 110 a gallon. So, like, it's so cheap. If you want to commute on it, get to and from work, or just have a lot of fun for cheap, have a lot of fun for cheap. Man, I lost myself there. Then a Grom is 100% the way. Like, they are so cheap to ride around. Oil changes only cost, I guess this is 4.5. An oil change costs like $20-25, dude. It takes less than a quart of oil, and the oil filter is this little dinky paper thing that was cheap too. I don't remember the exact prices, but it was super cheap, and it's just an amazing thing. It's a beautiful thing. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love my ZX10R, but that's an expensive bike to ride and maintain. And parts are expensive, and it just one of those things. Alright, you're going to have to wait for 0.5 because I got to go get the wife lunch real quick. Oh, blinker usually helps.
The package is secured. I've got my wife one delicious pretzel baconator with no mayo in the backpack, and we're going to deliver it. Oh, get that little itch before I get going. And now, the moment y'all been waiting for. The key's already on. Reason number 5 why everyone who rides should have a Grom. Why you should have a Grom. And this, to me, is the most important reason, because most of us don't buy bikes because they're cheap. We don't buy bikes because they're easy to work on.
And we don't buy them because it'll make us a better rider. Here's the real reason why we buy bikes. This thing is fun as hell to ride. Like, dude, it is one of the funnest bikes I've ever had. And it's not because it's fast. It's just, I don't know how to, it's hard to explain. Like, it's just so awesome to ride. Like, I would rather go fast on a slow bike than slow on a fast bike. And yes, I am talking to myself, because most of us that have these big bikes aren't even riding these bikes 10% of their full potential. My ZX10R is great, but dude, I can't even get close to the potential of that bike, man. And my guess is there's not many people in the world who can, if anybody. Like, they're insanely powerful, and they will do a lot. Like, they go, man. They're powerful. Whereas these Groms, you can really, oh no you don't. You can really have a lot of fun on them and really, like, push it to its limits without really putting yourself in a dangerous spot. Like, there's days on this where I full throttle it everywhere. I'm doing leans I wouldn't even dream of on a bigger bike. Just banging corners at, like, you know, city street corners at 20-30 miles an hour. I can't do that on my ZX10R or on a 636. You know, they just, the low center of gravity and the lack of power just makes them absolutely a blast to ride. And that's the real reason, right? I mean, like, I always say, I want smiles per gallon, not miles per gallon. I get bad gas mileage on almost everything I have because my point is not trying to get miles a gallon. Now on my turboed Forester, I do a lot of where I'll see how high I can get the miles per gallon so I'm not spooling the turbo everywhere I go. But that's for reasons of I don't want to do a bunch of maintenance on it. If you drive things hard everywhere you go, you can bet you're going to be working on them a lot. Except for bikes to an extent, because bikes really can take a pretty good beating, especially sport bikes. They're designed to take a beating, and it's not even close to an issue. And that's really why we buy them, you know, and that's why, dude, y'all should get a Grom. I've been talking about getting a Grom for years, and when I finally did it, I wish I'd have done it sooner. It makes me want more mini bikes, more stuff outside of the sport bike range. Because I have that mini dirt bike, I told my wife that probably next summer I want to get a 250 dirt bike and start doing content with that and really expand my riding, you know, or maybe an enduro, something I can go off and on road with maybe, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But, you know, two wheels are two wheels. All bikes are fun. I would ride a scooter and smile, y'all. You know what I mean? But the Grom is just, it's been, I've put, I think, almost 700 miles on it, and it's been a fun 700 miles. And it's just been great owning it and riding it. And I was a Honda fanboy before I was a Kawasaki fanboy, so it makes sense I would get another Honda bike. Honestly, I really want that CBR Triple R. Ooh. You know what I mean? But I don't got that kind of budget yet. Y'all don't count me out now.